Hey everybody, this is Zoltan. What we're going to do today is just go over one of the best formations, which is a 4-3-3 attack. This is especially good for beginners or intermediate players, especially if you play a lot against the CPU in a career mode, for example. We're just going to jump right into this. So we're starting off here. You can pick any team. And what's good about this is you can actually import your team sheet. So you only have to set this up once. This team actually uses a 4-3-3 holding. It's Leicester City. I have this set up already with another team I was playing with earlier. And so this is a 4-3-3 attack. So I can just import this team sheet into whatever team I want to play with. And you got to be careful because sometimes it moves people around differently than the previous team that you were playing with, but it looks like everybody's kind of in the right spot. Now, one of the tips that I give is that this year with FIFA 20, we really need to pay attention to the center backs' mobility and their ability to have some agility. So this guy here, compared, if I look at these two guys, Evans' agility is just too low. 46 is really hard. Like if you want to actually use him like as the user, that's really going to hold you back from your ability to move around. So oftentimes what I'll do is look at the team might have a CDM, a central defensive midfielder. This guy is 6 foot tall, so that's reasonable. I can actually look at his defensive stats, and he has a pretty good defensive awareness, and his standing and sliding tackles are pretty good. He's got good strength, pretty good aggression, jumping. So if you look at his agility and his ball handling skills, dribbling 74, pretty good. Ball control 76, and agility is actually 69, is not too bad. So I would rather use him as a center back, and instead of Evans I will take him out for some other center back that I have down here. So I have now Mendy up there in my center defensive midfielder, and I now have a better, more mobile center backs. It's important for your right back and left back to be have some pace and good dribbling skills. Defense is kind of a luxury. I don't think that that's as important as just being able to move the ball down the field, because that's usually how I feed the ball into my wings. And everybody else I think is set up pretty good. I want to have my wingers with a little bit more pace than this, so I think that would be positions to upgrade. His pace is pretty good, but he doesn't really have a lot of good other skills like his crossing and finishing, and short passing is not as good as I would like, so I would upgrade that position. Perez is a little bit better. But Jamie Vardy, good striker. Madison, which is probably one of the most pivotal positions, is the cam, because he needs to be able to have a good finishing and also be able to quickly turn around and feed the other players. Such an important position in this formation. So let's quickly look at tactics. The defense is on balanced. Width I have on 6 bars. My depth is only on 4. I don't want them to go too far forward to prevent counters. So my offensive style is on fast build-up, and we'll get into that as to why that's important. And my width here is the same on offense as it is on defense. I don't put too many players in the box because I think some of them will go forward. I don't want it to get too muddled, and I do want to have a couple guys back that I can feed the ball back to. My corner, I don't do corners, so I just keep this set on 1. And I have free kicks is standard. So quickly, let's look at the instructions. I do this the same for both wingers. I have both of them set up to get in behind. And I have other things here. The width and everything is balanced. But also I want them to get into the box for the cross. So if the other guy has the ball on the other side, I want them to come into the far post. And so they'll be there, as well as everybody I have set up on aggressive interceptions except for the center backs. Center forward, or my striker, is similar, where I have him get in behind, but I have him stay central and aggressive interceptions. All of my center mids are pretty similar. I have them on free roam and stay on the edge of the box. They will come in, obviously, if we're having a fast build-up, but I want them to stay back there just in case I need to kick it back out and reset. And I have all of them on the same thing. Now the other thing is, rather than having the cover wing on the default, I have them on cover center and free roam, aggressive interceptions, and stay on the edge of the box. And this is true for all 3 of the center mids. So my fullbacks, I have them stay back while attacking because I already have 6 guys going forward on attack. I don't really need them up there, and I want to prevent counterattacks on the wing. So I keep them back, and I have them on aggressive interception, but there's no overlapping or anything like this because I don't need them to go down in there on their own. My center mids, or my center backs, I do not use aggressive interception because I don't want them to do anything stupid in front of the goal. Just keep them normal and stay back while attacking. My goalkeeper, I also keep everything on the default. So use that now as my setup. Quickly, I'm going to go back in here and show the game plan. I have an ultra defense and defensive game plan. I don't pay too much focus on the attacking because my standard is already pretty attacking as it is. So just want to make sure that everyone is in the right position. So everybody here is in the position that I wanted them. I think, alright, so here, this got messed up. Mendy is supposed to be over here. And I think I had these 2 guys switched. So every once in a while it does switch things. The computer does that, so you just got to make sure nothing weird is going on. And the difference about the tactics is pretty much the same. My instructions on the wing is what changes. So if you look down here, rather than having them on get in behind, I use come short. And the reason I do that is because if I have a team that's really aggressive and playing some kind of a heavy, the tactic is too much pressure, like constant pressure, I want to have my wingers come up a little bit so that I have an outlet to pass the ball down the wing and have them being not in an offside position, and that I can bring in my counterattack from the side. So that's my general reason for using this defensive formation. Now for ultra defense, this is when I have a pretty good lead, and once again the CPU has switched things around. I don't want my striker to be down here. I need to move him in where he's supposed to be, and this guy is supposed to be in my other wing. So sometimes they just do that. I know that the other Orleans was not set up this way, so I don't know why they switched it around. And my left back is not supposed to be there. So Yeah, so you just got to make sure that people are in the right places. Even when you import, sometimes they do mess things up and put people in the wrong position. So the reason I use this ultra defense, everybody is on get back except for my strikers. So they're all stay back while attacking or come back on defense, stay back while attacking, and the striker is the only one who could possibly still go and get in behind for a run. But for the most part, I'm just playing keep away in this stage. If I'm at the end of the game and I just want to keep the score like it is, I just keep everyone back here and just kick the ball around. All right, so that's all of the tactics. So just give another quick look here, what it looks like. This is especially a good formation for beginners. I know if you go on YouTube, you always see people talk about the latest formation, but really this 4-3-3 attacking is a pretty standard. I think this is the best one to use, especially for someone who's kind of an intermediate player, because you don't need to tell people to go on runs by pressing R1 or L1 or whatever. You don't need to move people around. They automatically go on a run all the time. They run off sides a little bit too much sometimes, but that's you just got to watch for that and not pass it to them if they're doing that. Or you can switch to the defensive formation and have your wingers come short. The other thing to do is remember to put this as your favorite. So you select it by coming over here and putting the star on there. And by doing that, now it stays. So it looks like nobody moved around. Alright, so that looks good. So you can use this to play like in the career mode, or if you just want to try it out, you can go to kickoff. Right now I think it just tries to match you up against your rival. I don't know why Nottingham Forest is a rival, but I'm going to play another Premier League team, Norwich City, and let's play with the black uniforms against the red. All right, so I'm on professional level. That's usually the level that I play. I'm kind of an intermediate player, and 9 p.m. so there's no chance of a shadow, so I'll just leave it like that. So I don't even know if I'm going to play a full game. Right now I'm just going to demonstrate just to get an idea so you can see how to do the runs and how to feed the ball in the middle, so you can see how the players just automatically, with this fast build up, is a really great way to get people to get into the box. So I usually bring the ball out here with my fullback and then feed it to my wing and have him bring it over to one of my center mids. And you can see right away I had an opportunity to score there because of the way everybody was running into the box. So right off the bat, in the first 2 minutes of the game, I had a scoring opportunity. Alright, they don't know why they did that. Oh, what are you doing? Jeez. That's not where I was throwing it. Alright, so
guiding it through.
Well, yeah, so that's an example of when you have a fast build-up. They're all running in. Like, you don't even have to tell them. They're all coming in there. And I just got lucky that he got in there before the goalkeeper got to it. So I think that's my center mid. who normally, if you saw the instructions, was go to the edge of the box, but because it's on fast build-up, he ran all the way in. So I just went 1, 2, 3, and there was a guy right there. I'll try to get the ball back here. Wow, that was easy.
Chilwell.
So I usually try to feed the ball into my wing. Coming. Oh, Jesus! What are you doing?
Well, he's gone in a bit on the wild side.
What the heck was that?
It's yellow.
Okay.
And the referee's
Yellow card.
early mercy here.
Yeah, not an ideal one that for the player. He'll have to be careful with his challenges now.
Yeah, well, that was a little weird.
Taking his part in the game into a dangerous territory, really.
Well, different referees take different views of these kind of sliding tackles.
Well, you can see why you need a center back with some agility if they're playing like that.
Mendy.
So having your wing there, oh, great.
Off the pass there.
Oh, come on. Well, that was a good example of why you want a fullback with some speed, because
recovery to get the ball back.
Now you fake over here to get the defender away from you, and then bring it up to your fullback, and then you can do a pullback like this, and that gives you a little opening, and then kick it down to the winger, and he's usually right there, and he can bring it into your midfielders, who can now give him an opportunity right there. That's how the fast build-up works, is you give it to one of those central midfielders and he can make a turn, and sure enough there's going to be somebody running into the box.
Can find some space here on the flanks.
That's just a great way to score. So take the ball away. And once again, do a pullback. Give yourself a little opening, and then give it down to the wing, feed it to a midfielder, and then give it to him, and then he will be able to give it to your center forward, who actually, that was not my center forward, it was a Tillemans again, so that was a center mid. If that had been Jamie Vardy, I think I probably would have scored there. Alright, so this is an example of how I don't do corners. It just doesn't seem to work. So I don't have a lot of guys in the box, so I do R1 to bring them closer to me. I pass it out to him and have him feed the ball to someone up here, kind of get everybody out of there a little bit, because otherwise people are off sides, and look for an opportunity to feed it in there somehow. And little by little, you can give yourself a chance to maybe get a score, but it's not easy. But at least there was a better chance than doing a corner. Yeah, it got that guy on the foot, so that's going to be another corner. Alright, so once again, bring it to him, have him bring it up to one of these guys, cross it over, and feed it in and try to strike. There you go. See that? So it's just a lot better way of doing your corners, is that exact thing that I just did. Look at that. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people all look the same. That was weird.
I'll love to see
yeah, I mean, that's how you do it right there, is you just bring it out to the top of the box and look for a chance to feed it into your striker. Hopefully he's not in an offside position, and just have him strike it in that situation is much better than doing a corner, like a set piece.
The margin here to 2-0.
Number 9, Jamie Vardy.
Try to take the ball back here.
Got his foot in to cut out the pass.
Leicester had lots of the ball so far. No wonder they're winning. Sometimes you can have the ball and not be able to do
All right,
anything
try to
with it,
feed
but
it in
this side have
and
been
pull it
quite
back.
the op. That's what they've been looking for. Ball in behind.
And do a finesse shot. Oh, no.
Very, very close. Just past the post. Well, I think half the crowd, you know, thought that was going to nestle in the corner.
But certainly you can see the opportunity was there.
Well, he's read that, hasn't he, and made the interception. Made it look easy, actually.
All right, pull it back.
Jose Perez.
Oh.
James Madison.
It's Jamie
All right.
Vardy.
There you go. Maybe a
Madison
finesse
goes
shot.
for
No.
goal.
The defenders managed to get
Yeah, I
it
was
there.
thinking one more pass there probably
McLean.
would have been better, but I don't know. Maybe he could squeeze it in.
Marco Stiepermann.
Ah.
Pukki. Taking on the opposition and the responsibility as
Oh,
well.
come on.
He's got good support in the
I
middle
took
if
the
he gets
ball
his
away
cross in.
once. What do I got to do? Take it away again? Yeah, I don't usually feed it in on the far side of the
Very
field. I
confident,
like to bring
even
it
in his
back
own defensive third
where
to
the
keep
players
the
are
ball.
closer to me and bring it in on the side that is near to
Jose
where I
Perez.
am. All right, so I got
Leicester City need to get the ball forward, and they're doing
cross it
here.
over here and see.
They're
Oh,
partially cleared,
Well.
so there's still some problems for them.
it's not going to happen every time.
Marco Stiepermann to Lewis. Now, can they make this count? Keeping the ball well in a dangerous area now.
Yeah,
Back to
sometimes
Schmeichel.
trying to go on a fast break is just going to mess things up. So better to have everybody reset.
And they're looking good when
Oh,
they get the ball out wide, as
jeez.
they've done here. And the
Offside.
Stops
Now,
the play.
if I...
Flag went up. Referee
See, that's
blows.
just stupid because there's no way I'm going to be going for a run there. If you go on the defensive mode where that winger
And McLean.
comes short, he's
Marco
less likely to
Stiepermann.
do that. So that might be a... Oh, God.
He's seen that room is on the inside. He's cut it back looking for a teammate. Damari Gray.
All right, just calm things down here.
3 minutes from the referee via the fourth official. That's the decision
3 minutes.
regarding added time.
And pull back.
There's a bit of
Oh,
cover, but he
God.
doesn't want to lose possession
Oh,
now.
don't even
He's
tell
got
me that
skill
that
with
just
the
happened.
ball, backing himself in these circumstances. Now McLean. Good width in the attack here, looking for a cross at the end of it.
Well,
Time now.
it's not a bad half.
2-0 is the score at the break.
I certainly had more scoring opportunities.
No apologies for focusing on this fella.
He is. He's managed to carve out plenty of shooting.
So you can see in one half I had 2 goals. I had 6 shots, 4 shots on target, 61% possession. Not too bad. I don't think I'm going to play the second half. I think we've demonstrated enough how that works. And I think you can see the build-up. I'll just start the second half so I show it coming down the other side.
And here we go, the referee's
So
blown his whistle.
last
We're off
time
to the second
I
half.
built everything up by coming through my right back and my right winger. And now that I'm facing the other direction, I'm going to build everything
Good,
up the
strong
other
tackle.
direction. So let's bring it back here. And now I
Now
use
that's
my
the
left
opposite.
back
Ben
and
Chilwell.
use him to feed my left wing. And that didn't work, so
Let's
back
try
one more
Sion.
time. Oh,
It's gone out
come
for a
on.
throw.
Wow.
A turnover to the opposition because of that poor touch. It's a heavy touch.
All right, so let's... this time we can maybe try to bring it in this way. But no, that didn't work.
Players limbering up for the away team.
So
Substitution
again,
in the
left
offing.
back, left wing.
They spread
So
it
as soon
out
as you
wide
hit
here.
that,
Chance
just
to get
have
some
him...
width into this attack. Mendy.
Oh, right off the bar.
Play off the post.
So if you Yeah, when you try to feed it to the wing,
Well, the keeper
put
might
your
argue he
directional
had that
pad
covered
in the
because when he
direction
hits the
of
bar
running
or the
towards where the
post,
ball's
it's
coming
not
from,
actually
so
part of the
that
goal, is it?
he gets out in front of the defender. Ah,
Gives it away straight to the opposition.
all right, do a
Madison.
quick. Oh, ah!
Furious with himself.
Well, you saw the idea there was good. He was going in the right place. I just. All right, so go to the winger.
Here's Gray.
Oh, out of those three
Leicester
guys,
City
the
had
only
the ball
guy
strip
that
away
had
from
a guy marking him was the guy that the ball went to.
Break quickly when
If
they
it
get
had gone to
possession.
one of those other guys, I think we would have seen a
And
nice
McLean.
build-up.
And then he went, just diverted it away.
All right, so let's reset. Sometimes you just got to pass it back and forth between your center backs just to get your players to reset the way that they're supposed to. All right, so my midfielder is in position.
On the move and able to cut out the pass.
Yeah, I was forcing it there.
Tielemans. And Didi. Oh, this is a class act, this fella.
Oh, he's loving it. He's enjoying it.
Oh,
In towards the
so
far post.
too many guys in there.
An attack that wasn't quite that in the end. Zimmerman.
Thank you. Ah,
Out into the
I was
wide
thinking he
areas
wasn't
now.
going to be there in time. That's why you got to start running as soon as you kick
Ben
it,
Chilwell.
so that he gets there.
Here's
It's a little
Gray.
muddled
His
here.
teammates have recognised the potential of this attack.
Oh,
Back
tried to
coming,
back heel it.
intercept Just a quick check on the clock, and there are 20 minutes to go. Well, two of them at it, really typifying the game. Damari Gray. James Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Tielemans.
All right, so if you're in the center here,
Chilwell.
sometimes you got to kick it back out just to reset.
Probing away, working away at the opposition with these passes.
Ah,
Tielemans guiding it
yeah,
through
he's
the
offside.
defenders. And the ball's in. It's a goal. Oh,
Yeah.
it's an offside decision.
Well, the
Right.
players can't believe it, and neither can the crowd, but it's the right decision.
Well, that's ridiculous. So, anyway, that's how you play. You can see the guys get pretty winded because of the aggressive style of play. So, generally, the midfielders have to sub out for them first because you can see their stamina is pretty low. So, yeah, if I keep playing like this, I'll get more and more opportunities, and I'll be able to probably score at least one more goal. And Leicester City is a pretty good team, but as you can see, most of the team is in the mid to high 70s or low 80s. We just have a couple of stars like Jamie Vardy and Pereira, and their goalkeeper are a little bit higher. But this is really kind of should be a mid-level team, a mid-table team in the Premier League, and you can use this strategy with any team, but look for some of those keys. They have to have good ability to move the ball up the field on the wings. By doing that with your left back and right back up until the wings, and then move them over into the midfield. And just the great thing is they all start to run into the box on their own with this fast build-up of play. So that is, we're just going to end this here. And that's it. So you can use this style. You just have to do it for one team, and then you can import it into any of your teams that you're playing with. So that's it. That's a great 4-3-3 attack with fast build-up play and all of the instructions.